Peace, infinite waters, diving deep once again. How to be emotionally and mentally strong. Can I get a hello there? That's the question that came in. Let's have some fun. Man up, toughen up, harden up. Some of the things we're told growing up. But does that make us stronger? I made a video called 5 Things Mentally Strong People Don't Do. They don't follow the herd. They don't externalize their power. They don't play it small. They don't feel sorry for themselves. And they don't try to please everyone. What's helped me along my journey in building more emotional and mental strength is by taking a long walk into the wilderness. That's a scary place. No food, no water. And you say to yourself, where did everyone go? It's only you, and you. All alone now. What are you going to do? Are you going to run? Where are you going to go? No phone a friend. No mobile. What helped me was realizing it's not about being in resistance to who you truly are. Allow yourself to feel any emotion, any sensation flowing through your veins. And in my darkest moments is where I became illuminated. A lot of us, we want to be around our friends 24/7. I love people, family, relatives. But at the same time, just like in ancient cultures, I had to go through a rites of passage to step in the process of becoming my greatest version. What was that? Craziness. I was hospitalized, which was the metamorphosis. I was in the cocoon, getting ready, warming up, becoming stronger. What we think is a breakdown is only a breakthrough. So, whatever you may be going through, see it as an opportunity to propel yourself to the limitless heights in existence. I saw along my early journey, I was separate. I was separated, living in a fragmented way within myself. When there is no union between your thoughts and feelings, when there is no congruency, no coherency, Houston, we have a problem. Why? Because now you don't feel comfortable with who you are. And once you can surrender to who you are, some people do it through meditation. I do it by going out into nature. It allows me to just let go of the past. That's what the wilderness is all about. It is the path for every alchemist, because it is where we exercise our gift of self-transformation, where we let go of the old ways and realize every day is a new start. many of the so-called spiritual masters, even geniuses of our times, inventors, you always see them alone, but they are not alone. Because we are never alone, the universe always sends someone, but they are cultivating their gift, their talent, working on the inner mastery to become their greatest version. And therefore, they develop a tremendous amount of emotional and mental strength. So I embrace the wilderness. Just bring some water with you next time. The second tool that has helped me is to don't develop a thick skin. You need a thick skin. It's a dog-eat-dog world. That's what they told us. Really? If I was to ask you, what is more powerful? Being open or being closed? For a long time, I was a zombie. I was desensitized not only from myself, but the world around me. I was an alien, and I felt like I was alienating myself all the time because I had put up borders and boundaries between myself and the world around me. Now, separation is the foundation of fear. The open person, the person who we say is showing their emotions, being vulnerable. Many of us say, don't do that. Don't do that. That's dangerous. People are going to take advantage of you. They're going to use you. So growing up, I was closed off. And guess what happened? I was left holding myself. Every single day, the more I open up to the world, I am reaping the benefits, the harvest, the ambrosia. Why? Because I am participating in the law of exchange. You could be as hard as glass, but you're gonna shatter. Or you could be as light as feathers. You could become super flexible, just like the bamboo. You're moving with the wind. When the wind sways, you sway with the wind. When we go through challenging life situations and circumstances, we have that emotional and mental strength because we can adapt. We are not so rigid. And when you are closed, you are rigid. You don't want to change. But guess what? The only constant in the universe is change. And that is why I can cultivate emotional, the emotion, energy in motion, strength. Because I am always flexible, versatile, and dynamic. Only because I am not afraid to express myself 100% and step into my true authenticity. And more so, open myself up to find that support network around me. Because if you feel you have all the answers, many of us, we say, I don't need anybody, but I do. And I have the greatest support network who give me emotional and mental strength too. They remind me of my true power. So being open is a phenomenal way to start building your emotional and mental strength. How do I do that? Start by talking to a complete stranger. If your intuition guides you to, follow your intuition. I've seen that it all starts with learning to trust yourself. Many of us, we have so many doubts, which is why we start losing our emotional strength. We become weaker mentally because some people say, I can't. I say I can, and then see what happens. Tell me what happens. Because what we place in our minds expresses itself in our body. What we express in our body is created within our mind. The two are interconnected, body and mind. They have never been separate. I always remind myself that being vulnerable is a wonderful thing. Many of us, we hide behind a mask only to come home and find out we are still wearing it. But I want you to gather some friends and start telling each other about your most embarrassing moments and see how amazing you feel afterwards. Why? Because it's coming from an authentic place. And through that, your emotional strength and mental strength increases. Why? Because now you are able to express yourself 100%. Whenever you can't express yourself 100%, your emotional and mental strength decreases. Feel liberated. And the third tool I use is knowing your roots. On temples in ancient Kemet or Egypt, they read, "Know thyself." What does that mean? Just like Bob Marley said, don't give up the fight, stand up for your rights. And I've seen that you have to develop 100% transparency to build emotional and mental strength. What do you stand for? What do you stand for? What do you live for? What do you have to offer to the world? Because all of that can increase your emotional and mental strength. It gives you more willpower to live. Some people say, I've lost the will to live. And I tell them, have you lost the will to share? Because sharing, in essence, is life. Everything is in a symbiotic relationship with everything else. So the more you start to share with those around you, build a community, do some artwork, create, and now you get the confidence. You start to see that we are all part of this ecosystem, and therefore we all need each other. It's not about holding on to grudges, being in competition. It's about cooperation. It's helped me. Knowing your roots, for me, is about knowing where you came from. No, I'm not talking about coming out of your house. I'm talking about seeing that you are an infinite being. Before they gave you a name, who were you? So we are a mystery unto ourselves. So the more I started to discover What was I passionate about? Learn new things. Expand your consciousness. My emotional and mental strength went through the roof. Now today, what I did, which was amazing, is I listened to some inspiring music. A new Nas song. I love bossa nova, but Nas's voice is just phenomenal. And it was so inspiring. And that just lifted up my energy. It gave me more emotional and mental strength. So you have to know what makes you happy, what brings you in a balance and equilibrium. Going back to the second tool, which is being vulnerable. I was at a skate park with a good friend today, and there was a competition in Venice skate park. And we were saying how even if the skateboarders are falling down, they're doing it so gracefully. So you have to learn how to fall. That is the secret. I always make sure I tell people I am not perfect. I am in the same process as yourself in becoming my greatest version. But at the same time, I am open for you to see my flaws. And all of that helps me become stronger. It helps me realize my ancient ancestry. To realize that as human beings, we are so powerful, there is no limit. It's all there once we give ourselves a chance to shine. The fourth tool I use is putting things in perspective. What happens when we feel the whole universe revolves around us? We start overthinking. We start ruminating. Thinking too much is a waste of electricity. And guess what? You don't want to pay the bill. You don't want to pay the bill. Not when you've seen the price. I say, what's helped me along my journey is that when you step back and see the bigger picture, you develop more clarity. And clarity is the catalyst for developing more emotional and mental strength. Our problems aren't that big, but they are if we are focusing on them all the time. Whatever we focus on grows. So I've seen that we have to become aware of what is taking away our mental and emotional strength. Many times what takes it away is activities which are energy depleting. And what governs if an activity is energy depleting or energy generating? Our attitude. So by me looking at my attitude, it has helped me to increase my emotional and mental strength. To have a positive attitude in a world where there are so many things discouraging you, distracting you. You have to stay focused on your true purpose, mission, and goal. And don't give up the dream. To never give up. If you fall down, get up. Get up. And that's what's helped me along my journey, to say that it's not over. The story is not over. And we can rewrite it at any time. But if you are a prisoner of your past, and we become prisoners by locking ourselves up, once again, by being closed. We become free by being open. And the last tool which has helped me along my journey is getting to know your mind and body. Enriching your mind with words of wisdom, books, spiritual and esoteric information, also worldly information, books about business, architecture, whatever rocks your boat. All of this can increase our mental strength and emotional strength. Our body. What relationship do you have towards your body? What attitude do you have towards your body? Some people say, I don't like how I look. Now you don't like how you feel, therefore you don't like how you act. I have become more aware of my body language as the years are going by. And once you have a confident posture, this permeates through your entire core into all the interactions throughout the day. And it reminds you to start changing how you see yourself. Absolutely everything has to do with our mindset. Change your thoughts and you change your world. And that's what I've realized. It's all BS, belief systems. Therefore, the thoughts we have, how are they helping us? If they're not serving us, why are we holding on to them? Are we just being kind, polite, or what? Because once again, we have developed a routine. Every day I'm getting up to do yoga. I'm having that union with how I'm really feeling, because our emotions are our inner guidance system. So therefore, where are we going? Where are we running to? Once I started to slow down and really have a deeper intimacy with my body, the twists and the turns, now I developed a greater appreciation, which gave me more emotional and mental strength. So I say one step at a time. To create more coherency between the body and mind, for me, starts with looking at the kinds of foods we are placing in our mouth. But it is not only about what we are eating, it is the attitude towards the foods we are eating. I love fresh fruits and vegetables, but my attitude is really what matters. Because you can't go to every place and they're gonna serve what you want. So whatever you eat, love it. Whatever you do, love it. And realize that when you start taking responsibility, at any time life could change. Be open to that. At any time, just like a click, everything could change. We are taking life for granted. We feel we're going to be here forever and ever and ever. And yes, we are. We are energy. But at the same time, if not now, when? And that mindset has led me to step into radical action, which has helped me build emotional and mental strength. Through a loving relationship as well. I'm in love not only with my partner, my friends, but with the world around me. And love is the only answer. We're here. infinite waters, diving deep once again. Stay well. Stay healthy. Peace.